Our project was on the Poverty Point people. We came out here today to Poverty Point to film more video and to learn more stuff about us. I am sorry there are idiots swarming me right now. But yeah, so I hope you like our video. Bye. Yeah. We learned that archaeologists discovered that the Poverty Point people used handmade tools for hunting and gathering. They used spears thrown out of an atlatl. An atlatl looks like this. It's a stick with a hook on the end, and you would notch the spear into right here, and you put it right like this, and you latch your 2 fingers around it, and you'd step forward and throw. And then that would give the spear more distance and power. So that would be helpful if you were trying to stalk like a deer or something. For anybody that's gone deer hunting, you know how spooked they get. They made hoes like the ones behind me. But they made hoes like the ones behind me, and spearheads like the ones behind me. And they also made these little figurines that were mostly of pregnant women with their heads snapped off. Nobody really knows for sure what that was about, but archaeologists believe it was about a symbolic moment in the life of a religious ritual.
Food was very important to the Poverty Point people. Although many Indian tribes were, the Poverty Point people were not farmers. They were hunter-gatherers. They had to go find their food. Now, the way they cooked their food was they used these earth mounds, or earth ovens. And they would use this tool, their hoe, for moving around dirt or getting these dirt cooking balls out for cooking on them, because they knew that you could not burn food on these. They would eat, they mainly hunted fish, reptiles, small mammals, and large mammals and birds. The Poverty Point people ate the fish, such as gar, bowfin, catfish, gaspargoo, bass, sunfish, and clams. Interesting fact about the clams, though, is that when they were caught on the shore, they were only eaten there. They would never take into inland groups to be eaten. They would always give them to the groups on the shore. Small mammals such as cottontails, swamp rabbits, gray and fox squirrels, raccoons, and opossums were also eaten by the Poverty Point people. The Poverty Point people have a very balanced diet, if you ask me. They managed to balance it out with meat and other things, so yeah.
Poverty Point people were famous for their different styles of trade. The trade that they would interact in would take place majoritively on the outer rings near the bird mound, shown in the small model behind me. They would host very large markets for other nations, where other nations would come to the Poverty Point area and trade all their goods with the Poverty Point people. These items would then be sold to nations that are further away. So they would get items that are rare to this area and sell it to people here, and then take the items they got from selling it to people here and sell it to people at a further distance to bring in a larger profit. The trade radius of the Poverty Point people was nearly 1,200 miles. There have been items found from Michigan, Idaho, Kansas, and Georgia. These people developed all sorts of different styles of trade. They would host markets, they would be traveling merchants, or they would go and mine different areas off in other states. The bird mound was the place where they would host the largest of markets, consisting of nearly 13,000 people for every market hosted. The trade that they would bring in would not necessarily be the form we think of right now. It would be more of a form of barter, commenced through trading one item of equal or lesser value for another item. The Poverty Point people are basically known for having developed the forms of trade we use today and will probably use into the near future.
So here we are in Epes, Louisiana at Poverty Point. Here we are on the map, to be exact. Can't really see that though. And right behind me we have Bird Mound, which is very large, made of dirt, and in the shape of a bird. It's really in the shape of a T, but we don't care. It's a bird. So we don't know exactly why this mound was built. We weren't in the communication with the Indians thousands of years ago, so we appreciate it. We don't know if it's for religious reasons, just for fun, and all this, or it was made for signaling. Whatever it may be, we have something that is a large dirt mound, and that is pretty cool. Poverty Point Indians may have left their mark on history, but all we truly know is they disappeared without a trace.